football always comes first. We all come from different cultures, but football unites us.
Sin wir zusammen nos une.
One region, one voice.
Una voz. One voice. Une voix.
If we listen closely, we are born ready to shout. And from there, we start to play with intensity until the last minute. Faced with obstacles, we work through them. We will improve day by day, always forward, making football better everywhere, every match. Our passion is so strong that it breaks down borders, even those that are hard to knock down, for all of us to reach our dreams. We are the region where the game comes first, bringing the game closer to our fans, and decisions are always made for the good of the sport. We raise our level every day, making football better everywhere, every match. We will put all our teams in position to win in our region.
Nuestra región.
Notre région. Nuestra región.
Everyone gets to play, connected and respected. One region.
Una región.
Une région. Una région.
Together, we are the collective best of our individual cultures. We are millions of souls. We are together for the love of our game. United for football. 41 countries for one love. Concacaf. Love for our game.
So good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official draw for the 2024-25 Concacaf Nations League. I'm Adriana Monsalve, and I'll be your host for tonight's event alongside my colleague and friend, Debbie Bisoon. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Gorgeous.
It's good to see you. Look at you, dazzlingly beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so good to share the stage with you today for this very important event. We are officially launching the 4th edition of the Concacaf the Nations League. It's here, Adriana. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh.
It is. I couldn't agree more with you. We have prepared many surprises, including the participation of important guests who will support the crucial role of drawing the spheres. But the official kickoff tonight event, let's welcome to the stage Concacaf General Secretary Philippe Moggio. Welcome, Philippe.
Hi, Philippe. It's good to see you.
Hi.
How are you? Thank you for having us.
Adriana, it's great to be with you.
Good to see you.
It is awesome. I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you can remember. Like 6 years ago, you and I stood on a stage not too far away from here. I would say Miami Beach, if I remember
correct.
very well. And together with CONCACAF President Victor Montagliani, we introduced to the world the CONCACAF Nations League. So what has happened since, and what does this competition mean for CONCACAF and its member associations?
I remember Adriana very well, and it's
We look the same.
Yeah, well, you look the same. I don't know if I've aged a little bit since then, but yeah, I remember it very well because a very memorable moment for
Yes.
CONCACAF, because the Nations League has been an absolute game changer for the Confederation. What it's done, it's offered our member associations the opportunity to compete consistently over a 4-year cycle, between one World Cup to the next. Previously, when they would be competing in World Cup qualifying, a lot of our members would lose in the early rounds and sit idle from until the next World Cup qualification cycle. So now here, given the league structure, they compete consistently, whether it's in Nations League or qualifying to the World Cup. And through that competition, we've been able to more than double the amount of matches that are being played over a 4-year cycle. So it's been an absolute game changer.
Wow, it sounds amazing. Now, Philippe, the United States, they dominated in the first 3 editions of the tournament, right? What has been some of your favorite stories out of those 3 editions?
Absolutely. We've seen 3 fantastic Nations League finals in Denver, in Las Vegas, and in Dallas. And the U.S. won all 3 of those editions. But we've seen great competition throughout the group stages in all 3 editions. There's been some fantastic stories. We've had 7 member associations get to the finals, so that demonstrates how competitive the Nations League is. We've had Guadeloupe and Guatemala qualify to League A, coming all the way from League C, so they're in League A in this next edition. And we've seen great stories in terms of teams and players and the promotion that Nations League has afforded them. A great story I love is Omari Glasgow from Guyana, only 19 years old. He won the Young Player Award and he won the Top Scorer Award for the Nations League in the last edition and helped Guyana qualify into League A. So great stories all around.
Fantastic.
And this competition, it's doubtfully one of the competitions that you can see the growth of the region. Philippe, lastly, in its majority from the 3rd to the 4th edition, the format of the Nations League remains unchanged. But we do have an update to Leagues B and C. Could you please provide us with more details about these changes?
Yes, absolutely. There's no changes in terms of the amount of teams in each group or the format of the Nations League. What has changed is that for Leagues B and C, we have centralized where those competitions will be played across each group versus the previous home and away format that we had in the previous editions. And the reason why we've done that is to allow our member associations to reduce some of the travel difficulties and challenges that exist because of the diversity of our region and how difficult it is to travel. So this will allow them to focus even more on the football and continue to deliver great football for Concacaf and their respective federations.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Philippe, for all your inputs. But before you leave, stay here with us. Let's watch some of the best moments of the 2023-24 Concacaf Nations League, including the finals in Dallas, Texas. Goosebumps.
Really exciting and iconic moments there for real.
And we couldn't have a better ending, like another great chapter between Mexico and the United States, the biggest rivalry in CONCACAF in this region. So, Debbie, it is time to turn our focus to the upcoming edition. As Philip mentioned, we have updated the competition's format for Leagues B and C. Let's watch the following video to better understand how the CONCACAF Nations League works.
The Concacaf Nations League was introduced in 2018 and has been a game changer for men's football in our confederation. It provides all CONCACAF member associations with the opportunity to compete consistently in a regular schedule of official matches during the 4-year cycle between FIFA World Cups, drives development, and delivers a compelling tournament for fans across the entire region. The tournament's 4th edition will be played during the FIFA match windows of September, October, and November 2024. Followed by the finals in March 2025. The format continues to include 3 leagues, A, B, and C, with the region's 41 men's senior national teams distributed into the leagues according to the results of the preceding edition. In League A, the 12 lowest ranked teams will be divided into 2 groups of 6 teams each. and the 4 highest ranked will be pre-seeded in the quarterfinals. During the FIFA match windows of September and October 2024, the League A group stage will play in a Swiss-style league system in which each team will play 4 games, 2 at home and 2 away. After group stage play, the group winners and runners-up will advance to the quarterfinals, where they will join the league's 4 top-ranked teams. The home and away quarterfinals will be played in November 2024, with the winners qualifying for the finals. In League B, 16 teams will be divided into 4 groups of 4 teams each. During the FIFA match windows of September, October, and November 2024, teams will play every team in their group twice, for a total of 6 matches per team. Matches for each group will be played at a centralized venue, with hosts determined based on the Concacaf rankings. This format change will alleviate some of the travel challenges that member associations face due to our region's unique geography, and allow them to focus on delivering the best possible football. In League C, 9 teams will be divided into 3 groups of 3 teams each. During the FIFA match windows of September and October 2024, teams will play every team in their group twice, for a total of 4 matches per team. Similar to League B, matches will take place at a centralized venue per group. Promotion and relegation between leagues will occur at the end of group stage play. The group winners in League B and the group winners and the best second-place finisher in League C will be promoted, while the 5th and 6th place finishers in League A and the bottom finishers in League B will be relegated. In March 2025, the quarterfinal winners will dispute the Concacaf Nations League finals. The finals will include semifinals, a 3rd-place match, and a final, in which the region's 4th Nations League champion will be crowned. The 2024-2025 Concacaf Nations League will also serve as the qualifiers for the 2025 Concacaf Gold Cup. Through the Nations League, all 41 Concacaf member associations will have an opportunity to qualify for next summer's Gold Cup. Concacaf, love for our game.
Well, do you have any questions, any doubts?
No, no doubts, no questions here, Adriana. Perfectly explained. Now, it's important to highlight that based on the results of the preceding edition, 16 national teams have been promoted and relegated between leagues. French Guiana, Guadeloupe, Guyana, and Nicaragua have been promoted to League A, and Aruba, Bonaire, Dominica, and St. Martin to League B. Curacao, El Salvador, Grenada, and Haiti have been relegated to League B, and Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, and St. Kitts and Nevis to League C. The other 25 national teams remain in the same league as the previous edition.
Interesting. Well, Debbie, now that we have reviewed all the crucial details about the 2024-25 Concacaf Nations League, it's time to introduce our next guest, who will conduct the draw. Let's welcome the Chief Football Competitions Officer of Concacaf, Carlos Fernandez.
Hello.
Hola, Carlos.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Another draw together.
Another draw together, yes, one more. Thank you, Adriana and Debbie, for that warm introduction. It is a pleasure to be here tonight and to conduct the group stage draw for the 4th edition of the Concacaf Nations League. Welcome to all the fans, coaches, and players watching from home. Your support and passion for this confederation-wide competition does not go unnoticed. As Philippe mentioned, the Nations League has been a game changer for football in our region. It has and will continue to provide our members with an unprecedented opportunity to compete regularly on the top of the World Cup qualifying. And now, with minor but important changes to the format of the tournament, our members can focus even more on what's most important: delivering the best possible football on the field. Tonight, we will be conducting the group stage draw for Leagues A, B, and C. The draw will subdivide teams within each league into groups and determine the fixtures for the upcoming FIFA windows, creating thrilling matchups and intense competition. But before we proceed, let's watch the video explaining the principles behind the draw procedures.
All 41 CONCACAF member associations will participate in the 4th edition of the CONCACAF Nations League and have been divided into 3 leagues, A, B, and C, based on the results of the previous edition, and subdivided into pots based on the CONCACAF rankings as of March 31st, 2024. League A includes 16 teams, with the 4 highest ranked preceded in the quarterfinals, and the 12 others divided into 6 pots of 2 teams each. League B includes 16 teams, divided into 4 pots of 4 teams each. League C, 9 teams divided into 3 pots of 3 teams each. The draw will be executed using a single blind system and 1 league at a time, beginning with League C, followed by Leagues B and A. The draw for each league will start with the spheres from Pot 1, followed by Pots 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 when applicable. In League C, the first team drawn by Pot 1 will be assigned to Group A, position A1, followed by the second team in Group B, position B1, and the third team in Group C, position C1. Pots 2 and 3 will follow the same procedure, using group positions 2 and 3 respectively. At the conclusion of the League C draw, each group will contain no more than 1 team from each pot. The same process will be followed for Leagues B and A, using the predetermined number of groups and pots for each league. Once all national teams have been assigned a group, the draw will conclude. Concacaf, love for our game.
So, Debbie, any questions?
No, none from me, Carlos. The table is set, but we will need some help drawing the spheres. So to do so, let's welcome a former goalkeeper from the Trinidad and Tobago men's national team, with whom he made over 80 appearances. At the club level, he played in his native Trinidad with W connection and in clubs in Europe, Central America, and Canada. Let's welcome Jan-Michael Williams.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
to
for
see
having
you.
me.
Good to see you. Jan-Michael, I have to ask you, this competition has provided all Caribbean nations with the opportunity to dispute official matches on a regular basis to reach their own goals. So, in your opinion, what has this done to the growth of Caribbean football, and how has it helped nations like Trinidad and Jamaica get to the next level?
Well, growth seems to be the word for the day. I think the competition allows the opportunity for teams like Jamaica, Trinidad, and all Caribbean teams the opportunity to grow as well. Concacaf is doing its part to help grow the game in the region, with offering teams the opportunity to play meaningful games. Playing meaningful games on a consistent basis allows all the teams to get the opportunity to grow, to improve, and to get better. I'm actually quite excited and looking forward for this competition.
We're very happy to have you. Very well said. Carlos, over to you.
Thank you, Debbie, and Jan-Michael, thank you for being here with us tonight. As previously explained, we will start the draw for League C. 9 member associations have been divided into League's 3 pots per the CONCACAF rankings as follows. In Pot 1, we have St. Kitts and Nevis, Belize, and Barbados. In Pot 2, we have Bahamas, Cayman Islands, and Turks and Caicos Islands. In Pot 3, we have British Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands, and Anguilla. And with that, Jan-Michael, are we ready?
Yes.
All right, let's start with Pot 1, and let's draw the first sphere out of that pot that will go into Group A.
Oh, yep. Oh, this one seems to be a little bit tight, eh? Barbados.
Barbados. Barbados' top scorer is Thierry Gale in the Nations League. Go Barbados.
Thank you, Jan-Michael. Let's proceed then in Pot 1 and the second sphere and first team of Group B.
That would be Belize.
Belize. Belize will play in League C for the very first time.
Thank you, Debbie. Jan-Michael, the last remaining sphere. It should be St. Kitts, but please, let's confirm that.
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts it is. They will play in League C for the second time in its history, the first being back in 2022.
Thank you, Jan-Michael. Let's go now to Pot 2. And the second team to be in Group A, next with Barbados.
Bahamas.
The Bahamas, they're returning to League C for the first time since the tournament's first edition.
Michael, continue with pot 2. And so we can determine the second team in Group B.
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. Billy Forbes, the top scorer, is from Turks and Caicos with 10 goals. And I know Billy's getting himself ready right now, Carlos.
Yeah, I bet that's right. And Jamichael, let's confirm that last year is for Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands, they came close to securing promotion to League B in the 2019-2020 edition after finishing runners-up of their group only by a goal difference.
So with that, Jamichael, the last and remaining sphere. Pot for this draw.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands, James Charles Mack is the top scorer. Hello, James. How are you? I'm sure he's watching.
I hope so. Michael, let's do the second sphere of pot 3. And the last and remaining group team from Group B is
Anguilla.
Anguilla. They will seek promotion to League B for the first time.
And with that, let's confirm that should be British Virgin Islands.
British Virgin Islands.
The BVI will play in League C for the 4th consecutive time. John Michael, thank you so much. There you have it, guys. The League C groups have been determined. John Michael and Carlos, what are your thoughts on these groups? What are you thinking, Carlos?
Well, John Michael, I don't know what you think, but Group C for me is the most competitive one with the St. Kitts, Cayman, and British Virgin Islands. But what are your thoughts on it?
Surprised to see St. Kitts relegated to the League C. But all the groups here have the ability to go forward and to make their way back into Group B. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those games play off.
Everybody's looking forward about that. Well, thank you, John Michael, for the first League C draw. Before we continue with the League B draw, let's welcome our second draw assistant, who took part in 5 Gold Cups and is Honduras' all-time top Gold Cup scorer with 9 goals. He also holds the record for the most goals scored in a single Concacaf World Cup qualifying tournament for the 2002 FIFA World Cup with 15 goals. Let's welcome la leyenda de Honduras, Carlos La Sombra Pavón.
Gracias.
Bienvenido.
Hola, hola,
Hi,
hola.
Carlos. Hola.
¿Cómo están? ¿Todo bien?
Muy bien.
Carlos, has jugado muchísimas competencias, por supuesto, con Concacaf en la región, estando ahí con la Honduras, tu país, pero este tipo de competencias no estaban cuando tú eras jugador activo. ¿Qué crees que ha cambiado en la mentalidad de los jugadores hoy en día con este tipo de juegos, de competencias, de partidos?
Es una gran oportunidad. La verdad que lo que está haciendo CONCACAF me parece fantástico porque le da la oportunidad a muchas selecciones que en el pasado no tenían esa oportunidad de poder competir. Creo que el día de hoy todas las selecciones están muy preparadas para este tipo de eventos porque son eventos muy buenos.
¿Y qué esperas hoy en el sorteo para Honduras?
Obviamente, traerle mucha suerte a mi país porque sí lo necesita en estos momentos.
Vamos a ver esa manita santa de
Vámonos.
la sombra voladora. Thank you, Sombra. Carlos, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Adrana, and Carlos, thank you for being here with us. With that, League B includes the participation of 16 CONCACAF member associations divided into 4 groups of 4. These 16 teams have been divided into 4 pots in accordance with the CONCACAF rankings as follows. In pot 1, we have Haiti, El Salvador, Curaçao, and Dominican Republic. In pot 2, we have Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Montserrat, and St. Lucia. In pot 3, we have Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, and Aruba. Pot 4, we have Dominica, Bonaire, Saint Martin, and San Martin. So with that, we're ready to start with our draw. So Michael, back to you and pot 1 to know the first team in Group A.
El Salvador.
El Salvador will play in League B for the second time in 4 editions.
All right, John Michael, let's get the next sphere of this pot and the first team of Group B.
Curaçao.
Curacao will compete in League B after being part of League A in the previous 3 editions.
2 remaining spheres, 2 remaining groups. It is at Haiti or Dominican Republic for Group C.
Haiti.
The Haitian team will look to replicate its 2022 and 23 League B campaign, where they achieved 5 impressive victories.
And
during the
Michael,
tournament.
let's confirm that's Dominican Republic for Group D.
Dominican Republic.
Dominica, they're returning to League B for the first time since the tournament's inaugural edition.
Okay, now, Michael, let's move into pot 2. And let's see who will be joining El Salvador in Group A.
Montserrat.
Montserrat has participated in League B for all editions of the Nations League.
Thank you, Michael. Let's go into Group B. And Montserrat once again joining El Salvador in the same group of another edition. That's amazing.
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia, the best result in the Nation League was 2nd place in Group A and Group A of League B back in 2023.
Thank you. And Michael, let's go back to pot 2. And the team joining Haiti will be
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico's Ricardo Rivera is the 2nd highest scorer in the Nations League history with an impressive 12 goals.
And Michael, back to you, and the 1 remaining sphere joining Dominican Republic.
Bermuda.
Bermuda will seek to promote League A, where they participated in the tournament's 1st edition.
Okay, Michael, back to you. And pot 3, joining El Salvador and Montserrat.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Cornelius Tour is St. Vincent and the Grenadines' top scorer, scoring goals in the first 3 editions of the Concacaf Nations League.
I feel the eyes of so many nations looking at me right
Oh,
now.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Your hands, as a goalkeeper, of course.
So tell us, Michael, who will be joining Curacao and St. Lucia?
That would be
Destiny.
Grenada.
Grenada. Yep.
So with that, Michael, back to you. And pot 3, so we can determine who will join Haiti and Puerto Rico.
Aruba.
Aruba will play in League B for the 2nd time. They finished the 3rd edition with a perfect record.
And 1 last remaining sphere. Let's confirm that's Antigua and Barbuda.
Antigua and Barbuda.
Antigua and Barbuda. Hello, DeAndre Bishop. How are you? The top scorer in the Nations League with 3 goals.
Thank you, Michael. And with that, Carlos, now pot
toca.
4. And this is your turn. Let's solve this puzzle. The last remaining teams of each group.
Bonaire.
Bonaire will play in League B for the first time. Aiton Sicilia, with 6 goals, is the top scorer in the Nations League.
With that, we conclude Group A. Let's see who will join Group B with Curacao, St. Lucia, and Grenada.
San Martín.
St. Martin, Jerwin Glake is the Nation League's all-time top scorer with 15 goals.
All right, Carlos, back to you. Now, to join Haiti, Puerto Rico, and Aruba.
Saint Martin.
St. Martin will play in League B for the first time. They were promoted after 4 wins in League C last season.
And with that,
La
one
última.
remaining sphere. La última, los honores. Let's confirm that's Dominica.
Dominica.
Dominica returns to League B for the first time since the tournament's inaugural edition. So,
Well, there you have it. League B groups have been determined. Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. Pavón, tus primeras impresiones sobre este grupo.
El de El Salvador me gusta, el grupo A Vamos a ver a los guanacos. Me imagino que ya están haciendo apuntes porque van a tener un lindo torneo, la verdad.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. None of these groups have a clear favorite. They will all have to fight for League A promotion. Carlos, the floor is once again yours.
Thank
to have
you.
League A.
Thank you once again, Adriana. Now, League A includes the participation of 16 member associations divided into 2 stages, group stage and quarterfinals. The 4 highest ranked, Mexico, United States, Panama, and Canada, have been preceded in the quarterfinals, while the remaining 12 have been distributed into 6 pots as follows. In pot 1, we have Jamaica and Costa Rica. Pot 2, we have Honduras and Guatemala. In pot 3, we have Trinidad and Tobago and Martinique. In pot 4, we have Cuba and Guadeloupe. Pot 5, Nicaragua and Suriname. And in pot 6, we have French Guyana and Guyana. So with that, we're ready to begin this draw. So, Jean-Michael, once again, back to you in pot 1, in between Jamaica and Costa Rica going into Group A.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is
Pura
the
vida.
second-ranked team participating in group stage.
So, Jean-Michael, let's confirm now that Jamaica goes into Group B.
Jamaica.
David, do you want to do the
Yeah,
honors?
Adrian, I'm so sorry. I have to go home, so I have to make sure I do this one. So
Easy,
Jamaica
easy.
participated
Please.
in the CNL finals in the first time back in the first time in 2024. In the third match, they defeated Panama 1-0. Go Jamaica.
She got excited.
Let's go. This is what it's all about. So, Jean-Michael, back to you. Pot 2. Let's now know the teams joining these groups. So, is it Honduras or Guatemala?
Guatemala.
Guatemala will participate in League A for the second consecutive edition after debuting in League C in the event's first edition.
So with that, Jean-Michael, let's confirm Honduras in Group B.
With the reggae
Honduras.
boys.
Honduras' best participation in the Nations League was the inaugural edition. They finished 3rd place.
Thank you, Debbie. Jean-Michael, let's move into pot 3. And between Trinidad and Tobago and Martinique, who goes into Group A or B?
Martinique.
Thank you, Jean-Michael. And with that, let's confirm Trinidad and Tobago then into Group B.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. How you feel about this one, John Michael?
Not sure how to feel right now.
They will play League A for the 3rd time. Their best results was reaching the quarterfinals back in 2023. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I think we've struggled in previous years, but now we are on our upward trajectory. So I'm looking forward to this.
Good.
I agree. So, Carlos, now towards you, pot 4. And let's see, between Cuba and Guadeloupe, who will be joining Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Martinique?
Guadalupe.
Guadeloupe started its Nations League adventure in League C. After 1 edition in League C and 2 in League B, they were promoted to the top league.
So with that, Carlos, let's confirm Cuba in Group B.
Cuba.
Cuba will participate in League A for the 3rd consecutive edition. They were promoted from League B after the 2022-2023 edition.
Carlos, then let's move ourselves into pot 5, the pot containing Nicaragua and Suriname, who will join Group A.
Suriname.
Suriname will compete in League A for the 3rd consecutive edition.
So, Carlos, the last remaining sphere. Let's confirm that's Nicaragua joining Jamaica, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, and Cuba.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua was promoted to League A after winning their League B group. Now they finished with an impressive 17 goals in favor.
So, Carlos, last hot.
Se está poniendo
tonight.
bueno,
This is what determines the groups.
Se está poniendo bueno.
So is it French Guiana or Guyana joining Group A?
Guyana.
Guyana, all-time top scorer in the Concacaf Nations League, is Omari Glasgow with 10 goals.
So with that, Carlos,
Última.
French Guiana joining Group B.
Fresh Guyana.
French Guiana will participate in League A for the very first time. Yep.
Well, the groups are already formed. We can see Group A, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Suriname, and Guyana. Group B, Jamaica, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Guadeloupe. French Guiana, sorry. So I want to ask you, because we have the matchup here. Honduras again, Trinidad and Tobago. I know you face each other. We have a striker and a goalkeeper. How many goals scored?
Mira, ya estoy calentado.
La Sombra scored on your goal.
Yeah, he has scored against me, unfortunately. But we do have some good memories against Honduras, and I personally have some good memories against Honduras. So I think that game will be one of the tougher ones in the group.
Yeah.
¿Cómo ves tú este grupo para la H?
Difícil. Toca Jamaica, Trinidad y Tobago. Son selecciones que se conocen muy bien y con este cambio de generación me parece va a ser partidos complicados para la H.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I think there you have it, guys. Adriana, Carlos Pavon, and John Michael. Unfortunately, this is the end of the event. It really has been an incredible time sharing the stage with all of you.
Of course,
It's gonna be
to all the
exciting.
fans, to all the fans around the region. We'll see you very soon with the start of the group stage in September. Until next time, John Michael, Debbie, Carlos, La Monsalva, and La Sombra, we are out!
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good job.